What's up, you guys? It's your boy Goji Franklin, and I'm back here with another video. And today we are finally gonna do my entire Godzilla Collection Room tour video. Yeah, man, I haven't done one of these videos in a very long time. It's probably been like at least 10 years since I've done one of these videos. I think the last one I did when I was like maybe 14, 15 years old, and that was a while ago, and that video is probably unlisted by now on my channel. But I've lived at a bunch of different spots at least the past 6-7 years. Now I finally have my own legit house where I'm able to display my entire collection, as you guys can kind of see here in the background. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this video on Instagram and Twitter, and there's a bunch of posts I've had on Twitter where my posts have blown up and gone viral, and people have seen my collection. They want to see the whole thing. So yeah, here's my entire collection video. Hope you guys enjoy this. Please smash that like button, and let's get right on to the video. Godzilla. So as we see right here when I open the door, this is my entire collection. This beautiful room I worked so hard for. I put this entire collection, including all of the pictures on the walls, all the shelves up, and organizing all the figures. I did all of this by myself, and I'm just very, very proud of the way it came out. This is the best my collection has ever looked. So let's take a look at some of the figures I have. So starting over here with this first shelf, this is my Sofubi shelf, and it's got all of my Sofubi figures comprised of mainly Marmots, CCPs, Mondos, M1s, Gigabrains, Marursans, basically any type of Sofubi figure that you can really think of. I am absolutely in love with this shelf because of all of the colorful figures, and it really makes the room pop out. It's got some real gems in here too, like this Gigabrain King Ghidorah figure that I got from G-Fest back in 2023. Moving down here to the second level of this shelf, we've got some more Mondo figures down here, like this Hanna-Barbera Godzilla and these two Biollante figures that I also got from Mondo. Most of the figures on here are the Heisei series, while the figures at the top were the Showa series figures. In the back, we have some Marmot Heisei Godzilla figures, and up front right here, we have some of my favorite figures in my collection, the Mondo Space Godzillas. I absolutely adore these guys. This is the Designer Con exclusive Mondo Space Godzilla, and I absolutely love it. One of my favorite figures in my collection. This beautiful figure back here is another one of my favorite figures in my collection. This is the Mondo Urban Aztec Burning Godzilla figure, and it is an amazing piece, very artistic, and I am absolutely in love with this figure. Definitely pick this up if you ever get the chance to. I want to take the time to highlight this figure right here. This is the CCP Godzilla 1994 figure, and I've been looking for this guy for at least the past 7 years, and I was finally able to get it this year, and I am super stoked to have it, man. As we continue along, we've got a lot of Millennium Series Sofubi Godzilla figures from Godzilla 2000 all the way to Godzilla Final Wars. Most of these guys are Marmot, Marursan, or M1. A lot of these guys I've purchased from G-Fest, and there's even a couple Hazawa Gumi figures in the back right there. And here is my crown jewel of my collection, my Marmot Final Wars Manda, who is hands down my most expensive figure in my collection. And back here we have the Artisan Dynasty Godzilla 2019 figure from Spyro Toys. Right here in the middle, we got this Marvel Comics Godzilla King of the Monsters poster, which acts as a centerpiece in my collection, and it's surrounded by smaller pieces of artwork by Matt Frank and some other various artists. Down below my Sofubi shelves, we have another set of Heisei figures that then branches into Millennium Series figures. Most of these guys on these shelves are Bandai series figures, but there's also a few NECA or YMSF figures located on these shelves, as well as Bandai Creation. Absolutely love these guys. These are some of my most plentiful figures in my collection, and I am super proud to have acquired these guys for the past 20 years. Moving along to my shelf on the top right, we've got a bunch of amazing figures here, including this 10-inch Trendmaster Space Godzilla, as well as my plush Godzilla 2000, which I love and adore so much. He's a big teddy bear to me, and I love to fall asleep with him. Then we've got a few other figures here, like my Bandai Orochi, and my Bandai Godzilla -1, and my large-scale Godzilla 1991. Below that shelf, we have a couple Super 7 Ultimates figures, my Destroyer and Space Godzilla. Amazing figures. I definitely recommend buying Super 7 figures because I absolutely love them and I think they're pretty good. And I think the Super 7 is doing an amazing job on them. And I've got a few more of them coming in the mail soon. Right here, I also have a Bandai Premium Godzilla 1954, as well as a Des Ghidorah, Cretaceous Ghidorah, Grand King Ghidorah, Armor Mothra, Degarla, and the rest of my Rebirth Mothra figures. And right here is my absolute #1 favorite figure in my collection. This right here is the Bandai Museum Godzilla Final Wars, or Godzilla 2004, which I received from a friend of mine, Spawn Jr. If you guys know him, definitely go subscribe to his channel. He bought this guy for me as a birthday present for my 20th birthday 4 years ago, and I am in love with it, and I never let it out of my sight, and it's been my #1 favorite figure in my collection ever since, so I appreciate you, Brody. Down below, we have a lot of Showa series figures, which is mainly comprised of Bandai, NECA, and YMSF figures. Most of my figures in my collection are arranged in chronological order, as you guys can see, from 1954 all the way to 2024. As some of you guys may be able to tell, some of my Bandai figures have tags on them, and some of them don't. And I'll usually remove the tags on my figures and just keep them in a card binder, but some of these guys still have their tags on their figures just because I haven't gotten around to removing them yet. I've been pretty busy as of lately. Down below that shelf, we have the rest of my Millennium Series Bandai figures with a few YMSF scattered in there. Most of these guys are from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla TOHO SOS, or Godzilla Final Wars, which is my favorite Godzilla movie of all time, with my favorite Godzilla incarnation of all time, Godzilla 2004. Moving down to the bottom shelf right here is a few miscellaneous figures, including these 2 NECA figures, the NECA NES and Reactor Glow Godzilla, as well as these 10-inch Bandai Creation figures and this Playmates Final Wars Godzilla figure. And off to the right, we have my Godzilla 1998 figures, which are comprised of my YMSF Godzilla 1998 and 2 Trim Masters. Moving all the way to the bottom left, this shelf right here houses most of my Reba and MonsterVerse Bandai figures. A lot of them are NECA, Playmates, or Bandai Creation as well. This bottom shelf right here is also organized chronologically from Godzilla 2014 to Shin Godzilla to the anime Godzilla trilogy, through 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Godzilla Kong the New Empire. And over here to the right of that section, we have some Godzilla Singular Point figures, including some Funko Pops of May and Phillips, as well as a bunch of my exclusive, theater exclusive, or event exclusive, just basically my multicolored figures, which are pretty cool. Here's some more art by Matt Frank, and down below are a bunch of boxes from a bunch of figures like my Showa Mothra, my Bandai Premium Godzilla 1954, Grand King Ghidorah, Haya King Ghidorah 2019, and my SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah 2019. I think displaying boxes in your collection is a unique way to showcase a lot of the art, because the boxes of figures have a lot of great artwork that should not go to waste, and I'd love to stack them on top of each other and display them within my collection room. Moving on to the right side of my room, we have a bunch of my X Plus figures, including 30cm Godzilla 1964, Godzilla Final Wars, Godzilla 1993, and the big boy, my 30cm Space Godzilla from X Plus. Absolutely love these guys, man. I need to collect more X Plus figures and add them to my collection. I think I've kind of been slacking on it a little bit, but I am proud of the X Plus collection that I have acquired over the years, because it's actually pretty nice. On the other side of my 30cm Space Godzilla, we got some more X Plus figures, including the 1992 Godzilla, the Sakai GMK Godzilla, 25cm Rick Godzilla 2019, and a bunch of smaller figures, as well as the Bandai Ichiban Godzilla 2021, the NECA 12-inch Godzilla 2014, and the large-scale Jakks Pacific Godzilla 2014. And right behind that, we got another dope poster. This is the Godzilla Final Wars movie poster that I also got from my bro Spawn Jr. Moving over here, we got some more X Plus figures, including this Rick 25cm X Plus Gigan 1972. We got a bunch of my Defo Reels right here, like Gigan, King Caesar, Godzilla 89, Space Godzilla, and Godzilla 2000, as well as Godzilla 2004, and Godzilla 1998 right here. And in the back, we have a couple more 25cm figures, like this Final Wars Godzilla and this version 2 of Godzilla 2000. And as you guys seen previously right here, there's also a Godzilla 1984 30cm figure that I got from my boy Godzilla. Down below, we've got some Pacific Rim figures by NECA, as well as a 1954 Godzilla figure by NECA. And on the right of that, we have most of my SH Monster Arts figures. I'm not that big on the SH Monster Arts line, but I do have a good amount of them. Like this Godzilla Final Wars figure, of course, as well as this Godzilla 2002 figure, and this Space Godzilla figure. And on the right of those SH Monster Arts figures, we have more articulated figures on this shelf. Most of these guys are from the NECA, SH Monster Arts, or Haya lines, and most of them are from the MonsterVerse series as well. As you can see, I have a lot of versions of Godzilla 2019 or Godzilla 2021, as well as a Haya King Ghidorah and SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah right there in the back, which look absolutely amazing together, and I am super glad that I have the both of them. Down below here on the very bottom, we have my Gamera series figures, and on the right of them, we have Ultraman figures. I feel like I'm kind of slacking on my Gamera collection. It's pretty nice, it's solid, but I feel like I need a lot more Gamera representation in my collection. I definitely need some bigger Gamera figures to fill the void, and as well as my Ultraman collection too. Like I said, it's solid, it's nice, but as you can see, I don't collect that much Ultraman stuff, but I definitely am thinking about picking up some more Ultraman stuff just to have some more representation within my collection. Over here on the front side of my room, we got some more plushies, man. We got Kaiser Ghidorah, Space Godzilla. We even got a Gorgo figure, a Godzilla backpack in the back right there. We got the anime Godzilla, we got Shin Godzilla, and a few Mothras up top too. This guy isn't at all Godzilla related, but as some of you know, I'm a huge Naruto fan, and this is an SH Figure Arts Obito Uchiha from the 4th Great Ninja War, and I am a huge fan of this figure, and it makes me want to buy more Naruto stuff, so hey. And this guy right here is my favorite Ultraman figure in my collection. This is the 3-0 Ultraman Zero, which is an absolutely amazing piece, and it's definitely making me want to grab more figures from 3-0. As I said earlier with the Gamera and Ultraman figures, I really want to get some more Jurassic Park and Jurassic World figures. I started off loving dinosaurs as a kid, and I really loved the Mattel Jurassic Park and Jurassic World figures, so I definitely want to grab some more, as well as some of the older school Jurassic Park figures. I think it would be dope to kind of fill my collection out with a bunch of dinosaurs. And so far, I only have a bunch of theropods, like the Hammock Collection Giganotosaurus in the back right there. Coming down below right here, we got some figures from Disney's Dinosaur, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, and to my knowledge, the very first movie I ever watched in my life. So yeah, pretty cool. We also got a bunch more box art right here from my Mondo figures, like the 4 Space Godzilla figures that I have and the Biollante figures. This right here is one of the more unique figures that I have in my collection. I got this at G-Fest this year at the Video Game Room. This is a custom-made version of Togera from War of the Monsters on the PlayStation 2. I've always wanted a Togera figure since I was little, and War of the Monsters is definitely one of my favorite kaiju games of all time, so I definitely had to get this guy when I seen him. Back behind these guys, we have the Criterion set, which has all 15 Showa Godzilla movies in Blu-ray, which is amazing. It's got amazing art on the front of the case as well. Over here, next to all of my DVDs, we got something that's pretty dope. I have 3 copies of Godzilla Save the Earth on the PlayStation 2, which is pretty special to me because Godzilla Save the Earth is my favorite video game of all time, and it's what got me into Godzilla. And down below that, we have all of my comic books and pretty much any book that I've collected that's basically has Godzilla in it. And down below this shelf, we have a bunch of the Funko Pop Godzilla figures, most of these being from the Monsterverse. As you can see, I've got a Scar King, a Mothra, a Burning Godzilla, even the large Atomic Breath Godzilla Funko Pop in the back.
This ain't a peer space. My life how the peers, babe. Too geek, I can't even stay straight. Waiting on the bank, so irritated. Sleeping acting like I'm hearing things. 12 cares for hearing, hey, babe. I know it ain't just hearsay. I know I ain't just hearing things. I was in a line for TSA. On my phone, but it's thought you reaching out. I must be having hallucinations. I must be having hallucinations. I hit thought I'm losing, baby. Why are things so complicated? Why don't we symbolize it, baby? You're only one.
Now this big guy right here is something very, very special to me, as this was a gift for my 22nd birthday. This is a custom-made crochet Godzilla plush, and it is the largest plush in my collection, and it is very unique to me because I am the only person in the world who has this guy, and I absolutely love it, man. It's super dope, super cool, and I will always love this thing. It is one of the best birthday gifts I've ever received, ever.
It's time to get high, I'll be turned in. Back to back in Suburbans. On the side of worth it. I fell in love, she earned it. I told her bro to pull up, cause he like to swerve and shit. I keep on signing my name on receipts. Only thing I know in cursive. I broke shit, I might be allergic. Took every bridge and I burned it. Fuck it, I'll make this shit permanent. Got a bad bitch on my nerves and shit. Only reason that I put her with it, she can't even fit inside a Lululemon. I got 2 more minutes, then I'm gone. Who you kidding, baby, grown? I make it too much, sit on the phone. I make some money, put wheels on the road. Baby, I'm saving this shit for it gone. We keep it shit on the low, if you know, then you know. She ain't gotta tell me, I know. Cost me an arm and a leg, and I made back both. She ain't gotta check her phone. She pull up, she already know we on. Yeah, come by a hook, I'm like AAA. We can make money like 20 ways. Different from y'all, I won't never change. She know about me, I don't know what's the name. Sorry for the wait on that Lil Wayne. I've been locked in on this album, baby. I've been working now, it's time to celebrate. It's time to get high, I'll be turned in.
Right here we have a bunch of artwork and pieces that I haven't framed yet, but these are pieces that I'm definitely going to frame in this upcoming year. Pieces that I've been meaning to put up on my wall. A lot of these come from G-Fest or from a bunch of friends or any fans and supporters of my channel who have given them to me at G-Fest and other conventions throughout the years. And I absolutely cherish these. A lot of these are really good, and I definitely want to be able to display these guys properly one day.
I need to release the vote. Only been a couple weeks and it feels so long. It's time to put this shit on and get high. I'll be turned in. Back to back in Suburbans. On the side of worth it. I fell in love, she earned it. I told her bro to pull up cause he like to swerve and shit.
And right here, spread out on the floor, are all of my books, comic books of Godzilla. I'm a huge fan of the Godzilla comics, man. I eat that stuff up, man. I absolutely love them. I've collected so many of them, as you guys can see. Most of the IDW ones, like I'm a very, very big fan of them, and I absolutely love them. And this is probably the best way for me to showcase them without them just being cooped up in the shelf. So. And over here up top, we have a bunch of G-Fan magazines or G-Fest program books. The Life of Godzilla book over there to the left, and over here to the right, as you guys can see, there is a vinyl record of the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 soundtrack from Mondo. And there you guys have it. That is my entire Godzilla Collection Room tour for 2024. I had a great year in terms of collecting this year, man, and 2025 is looking to be an even bigger year. I'm super excited, and by the end of 2025, I definitely plan to do another one of these videos. I already got a lot of new figures on the way by the time this video drops, so by the middle of the next year, this collection room is probably going to look a lot different, man. I'm going to be doing a lot of reorganization, and I can't wait to show you guys what it's going to look like by the time of next year. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.